2 minutes, 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. Liftoff.
And when your propulsion is nominal.
T plus 40 seconds into today's flight. All systems looking nominal for today's mission.
That's the call out. Says
Dragon on its way to the International Space Station for its 19th commercial resupply service
preparation
mission.
for the period of maximum dynamic pressure. We're in the bottom of the throttle bucket, as they call it.
Coming up in about 20 seconds, we have max Q,
Now the Merlin
maximum
engine's coming back
aerodynamic
up to full
pressure,
power
the
as we get
highest
ready to go
stress
supersonic.
states on the vehicle. Just heard the call out that we passed through supersonic.
Supersonic, we're coming through the period of maximum dynamic pressure.
With that, we just heard the call. We passed through max Q.
As engineer confirms we're through the period of greatest pressure on the vehicle. Continuing downrange, trajectory looks good. Propulsion looks good. Avionics looks good.
Recovery AOS.
Embedding chill has started.
All 9 engines look good. Trajectory looks good. Coming up, we are going to have 4 events in rapid succession.
Pump on the upper stage
The
engine
main
to get ready
engine
for
cutoff,
its
or
ignition,
MECO,
coming up in
followed
about
by
45
stage
seconds.
separation. Then second engine start 1. That's the
Nice view
engine
from
on
the
our
SpaceX cameras.
second
Escape
stage,
Canaveral.
followed
As we
by
head
the
east,
start of
Space
the
Launch
boost back
Complex
burn
40
of our first
into the
stage.
first of 2 orbits planned for today. This orbit is the parking orbit, a low Earth orbit trajectory that will take us over the equator and will eventually relight the upper stage engine to transfer us into the desired geostationary transfer orbit. Now, main engine cutoff, or MECO, coming up in
Looking
several
at a view
seconds,
of our first
followed
stage,
by pneumatic
looking aft.
separation. The first stage pushes away from the second stage, and then ignition of the second stage engine.
That is a view inside the 2 stages as we wait for stage separation. MECO.
Lines on. Stage up looks good. And the call out MFD engine is at full
And
power.
we just had a good main engine
View on the
cutoff,
left
a good
screen,
stage
you can see
separation.
the
On
large
the right side of
titanium
your
grid fins now
screen, you're
slowly
seeing
opening.
ignition
that
of the
begins
second
about a
stage
2-minute
engine.
period as we slowly
It has about
rotate the first
a
stage around to
6-minute
get
burn
it ready
ahead.
to come back
And
through
then
the
on the
atmosphere
left side of
and
your
land
screen,
on the drone
that is
ship
a
in the
forward-looking
Atlantic
view
off
from our
the east
first
coast of
stage,
Florida.
where the boost back burn has also
Right-hand
started
side, second
successfully.
stage
It's
engine
going to shut down
glowing
here
red.
in just a few
That's
seconds.
normal for the MVAC-D.
Trajectory.
Trajectory is nominal, we've heard from the guidance engineer. Great views coming from space.
Stage 1, boost back burn.
We're coming up on fairing deploy.
And then you just see on the tail of the screen there from the second stage camera, that was the nose cone from Dragon being deployed. The nose
And we've
cone
heard
of
the
Dragon
call out
being
from the
deployed means
avionics
we've
engineer.
left a majority of Earth's
Fairing
atmosphere
separation is
as we
confirmed.
power, second stage powers Dragon to the International Space Station right now.
I think you can see in the background behind the MVAC-D
Stage 2
nozzle,
on nominal trajectory.
one half of the fairing way in the distance as it went past the camera. So right now we're coming up 4 minutes into flight. Trajectory is looking excellent. We're right down the middle of the road. Power on the upper stage engine is good. Bermuda is now getting the telemetry from the Falcon 9, and we're getting great views from space at T plus 4 minutes and 13 seconds.
In order to make its way back to our drone ship, of course I still love you,
The first
For those of you
stage
just joining
executes
us,
a
we had a
series of
successful
3
liftoff of our
burns.
Falcon 9
The
rocket
first
at
is a boost
5:30
back burn, which
p.m.
is meant to
Eastern
slow the
time,
rocket down
from
and
Cape
orient it
Canaveral.
for re-entry.
On the
It
right-hand
also
side of
helps
your
Falcon
screen,
9
our second
laterally
stage,
return to the
its
drone
engine
ship.
is glowing as we
Shortly
continue
after
to
this first burn is
Genesis
initiated,
to
the
satellite
Griffins,
payload
which
to
you
its
saw earlier on
desired
the left side of
orbit.
your screen,
On the
they're
left-hand
located near
side,
the
our
top of the
first
first stage,
we're
are
beginning
deployed to help
we're
guide
beginning
the
our
rocket
recovery
during
attempt
descent.
on our drone ship.
Following the boost back
out
burn,
in the Atlantic
Falcon 9
Ocean.
executes
The
its
next
re-entry
milestones
burn
coming
to
up
slow
include
itself
that
down
first
before hitting
stage's
the
entry
dense
burn,
part of the
followed
Earth's
by the
atmosphere.
second stage engine
Lastly
cutoff,
is the
known as
landing
Scope 1.
burn, which
The
happens
first
just
stage
before
landing
touchdown
burn,
to take
and
the
then that
booster
hopeful
softly
landing.
down to the drone ship.
The entry burn will occur at about
We
6.5
are at T
minutes after
plus
liftoff.
5 minutes, and the second stage is on its way to drop off Dragon into its targeted
And what
orbit.
you don't see
As a
pictured
reminder,
here,
the
those
first
two
stage had
fairing
an
halves,
on-time
they've been
launch today
jettisoned.
at
It'll take
12:29
some
p.m.
time for them
Eastern
to get
Time,
down
just a few minutes
to
ago,
sea level.
in a nominal
So we won't be
ascent.
covering on the webcast that recovery
As I
attempt
mentioned
status,
earlier, you
but
see
stay
those
tuned on
grid
social
fins
media for
deployed on the
updates.
left side of your screen. As you see the first stage start angling back towards the Earth's atmosphere as it's going to get ready for that entry burn, which is our next main event to look out for.
You see some pretty clear pictures of Earth there. The first stage has reached apogee. It's beginning to head down there. We're only going to be firing 3 of our Merlin engines during this entry burn in order to slow the vehicle down before it gets to the thicker parts of Earth's atmosphere. It'll
In
slow the
roughly
vehicle
30
by about
seconds or so from now, we
25%,
expect to see that entry
when we
burn
perform,
begin. So let's keep our eyes
stage
peeled.
separation. That first stage was traveling about 2.5 kilometers per second, so we have a lot of velocity to reduce.
Great.
We're just under 30 seconds from that entry burn beginning. It's going to last about 24 seconds.
Stage 2 continues on nominal trajectory.
As you just heard out a call out, stage 2 is still on nominal ascent, taking Dragon to station.
10 seconds away from entry burn. Hopefully we'll be able to hear that call out and have visual confirmation that burn's begun.
Stage 1 entry burn has started.
As you see on the left side of your screen, entry burn has begun. This should last just under 10 seconds, and we
Burn has
expect to
begun.
see it
You'll
shut
see
down shortly.
that the exhaust there will grow and start to become
Stage
elliptical
1 entry
as
burn
we
shut
turn
down.
on the engines. The center
There you
engine
hear the
fires
call out,
first,
entry
the
burn
two
to
side
shut
engines
down.
fire shortly
Next
after.
major event
So
we're
that
looking
exhaust
for in just
will
under a
grow.
minute or so is the landing burn to begin.
Stage 1 entry burn shutdown.
All right, one burn down, one to go. That's the landing burn. It'll
Stage 2
occur
continues on
in
nominal
about 1 minute
trajectory.
from now, along with the next milestone, the second stage engine cutoff for SECO 1. That'll be at T plus 8 minutes 7 seconds.
Just
During
about
SECO 1,
30
we shut
seconds to
down
shut
the
by.
second stage MVAC
For
engine
that
on the
landing
right-hand side
burn
of
to
the screen.
begin.
Also signal first stage, Cape Canaveral, expected.
In about 25
Drone ship
seconds
has AOS.
after SECO 1, Falcon 9 will touch down, hopefully, on our drone ship. Just read the instructions. Currently, it's in the Atlantic, about 350
Looks like we
nautical
lost our
miles
feed
off
on the
coast.
left side of the screen of the first stage coming down.
Start of terminal Stage 1 landing burn has started.
As you just heard on the call out, we did get confirmation that landing burn has begun. Hopefully we can pick
In
that
terms of
feedback up
velocity
to
of that first
see a
stage,
landing.
drag alone is slowing the first stage down another 80%. That landing burn will take it back to get that last 20%, touch us down safely.
Acquisition of signal New Hampshire.
Stage 1 landing legs have deployed.
Unfortunately, it looks like we have lost our feed for
Just
the
under 10
booster
seconds
landing.
for
Oh,
the
and there it is. You hear the crowd behind me. Another successful landing. Congrats to the entire SpaceX team for another successful land. This marks our 20th successful first stage recovery. This secondary mission is an important part of our commitment to vehicle reusability.
Good orbital insertion for that system set.
Stage 1.
So,
About another 5 or 10 seconds here, we're going to have the engine shut down. Merlin vacuum engine right now throttling down in preparation for shutdown.
and there it is. That is our
Standing
57th
by for
successful
shutdown of
landing
second
of
stage
Falcon
engine,
9.
and then we'll have Dragon
Drone ship
deployment
just
about
read
a
the
minute after that.
instructions. While we were watching that landing, we also had confirmation of nominal orbit insertion. We're all pretty excited over here at SpaceX for being able
And
to
we
use
have
this
shutdown
first
and
stage for a third
confirmation
time
of a
coming
good orbit.
up. But going back to our primary mission on the second stage, it's going to coast for about
Second
18
stage
minutes
has one
until we
last
cross the
major
equator,
task, and that's
where we can
commanding
perform the second
separation
stage
of
burns
Dragon
the upper
less
stage
than a minute
help
from now.
change the orbit.
We should have
take a
some
break
video
until then.
of separation
leave you
from
with a map
Dragon
of
from
where
the
we are
top
in
of
the
the second
mission.
stage.
We'll be back at
separation.
about
Give
2
us
plus
a
26
really
minutes
nice
for the
view
second
of
burn
Dragon's
our
unpressurized cargo trunk, and we'll be able to follow the
Acquisition of signal Newfoundland.
spacecraft separation for about a minute after separation. There's that camera view on your screen right now. Standing by right now for Dragon deployment, and here the confirmation of that. So at this stage in the mission, so far we're just coasting. Vehicle itself is doing some checkouts in preparation to gently separate Dragon from second stage. After that point in time, there you go. There's your live view of separation of Dragon. Carrying the Hisui, the spectral imager suite that's going to attach to the Japanese module, and then the station battery right next to it. Kind of on the top and bottom there, the flat sections, those are the solar array fairings, which protected our solar arrays for ascent. We're now standing by for about 2 minutes from now, where those solar array fairings will release and allow the solar arrays themselves to unfold. Just under 2 minutes till we're going to have deployment of Dragon solar arrays. Dragon does need these solar arrays in order to finish its 3-day mission. We have some onboard batteries. We use the solar arrays to keep those batteries charged for the times when we're not in the sun. It allows us to keep the vehicle powered as we make our mission to the space station, our 3-day journey. And because the views go in and out, we are showing you a live map of the position of the vehicle. We don't always have the high data rate in order to transmit video from the second stage or from Dragon. And so instead we have